Welcome to Learn Yourself. Today we are going to understand chapter number 3, data handling. This chapter is very easy and very scoring. Only you need to do is you have to remember some of the formulas and you should know how to use them and some of the numbers and arrangement of the numbers. Right? So let us understand this scoring chapter. So first of all, why we need a data handling? What is the need of arrangement of the data? So if you will get a data like this, that Suresh cricket, Shama 210 centimeter, Rakesh football, Sumit 13 runs. So this collective data will not serve any purpose or we will not understand anything out of this. But if we are arranging it systematically and as per the mathematic rule or as per the statistics, then it do serve purpose and it will be very easy for us to understand and to understand certain pattern, that which sports is very popular among the students or what is the average height of the students in one particular standard or which recreation activity students like the most, and on and on. So it will make us understand certain patterns, certain trends, and we will get to know the idea behind it and we will get to know many details about it. So when we are arranging like this, that student and sports, so how many students like cricket, how many students like hockey, how many students like football? So like that, here I have given only 3 names, but there will be 20-30 students in the class and in the whole school there will be many more students. So it will be easy when you are arranging a data to check that which sports is famous among the student or popular among the students. Then cricket, when we are arranging something like this, then it will be helpful to us to see that which player has scored more runs. Then height of the students, this will make us understand the trends of the height, or we will get to know the average height of the student in one particular standard. So data handling is very easy and it is very important to understand certain pattern, to understand certain trends, and at higher level it is popular for the analytics. So for analyzing data is very important for a mathematician. So now let us start our chapter and let us learn some of the formulas. Let us first understand arithmetic mean. We also call sometime mean of the data, or in general terminology it is also known as average of the data. So what is arithmetic mean is total of the quantities, what all quantities have been given to you. So add all the quantities together, so that is total of the quantities divided by total number of the quantities. How many quantities have been given to you? How many data have been given to you? So that number of the quantities you have to write it in the denominator. So this is the formula for arithmetic mean, mean or average of the data. So let us understand one example, that a batsman scored following runs: 36, 65, 50, 46, 60 and 55 in 6 different tournaments. Calculate the mean runs scored by him. So what will be the mean of this 6 tournaments run? So what we have to do as per this formula, first in numerator we are going to add all these quantities. So let us add them: 36 plus 65 plus 50 plus 46 plus 60 plus 55 and divided by how many quantities have been given to us. They have already written here 6, otherwise you can count them, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So total number of quantities are 6. So here first you add all these quantities divided by the number of quantities. Once you will divide this, you will get arithmetic mean of this scored run. When you will add this, you will get 282 divided by 6. So after this division you will get 47. So arithmetic mean of this quantities or of this data is 47. So that is how you can find out average or mean or arithmetic mean of given data. Then second is range. Range means a difference between highest and lowest observation. So you have to subtract lowest observation from the highest observation. For that you have to thoroughly check the data and all the observations. So let us check this example, that marks obtained by students are this: 5, 7, 8, 4, 4, 3, 6, 7 and 5. Find out range of the following data or observation. So we have to find out the range for all the data. Here there are less data, but if they are giving you 20 or 15 data or observations, then you have to check thoroughly all the observation and you have to find out the biggest number and smallest number, and then you have to subtract it. So here let us check this data or observation, that 5, 7, 8, 4, 4, 3, 6, 7 and 5. So here what I can see is 3 is the smallest number and 8 is the biggest number. So we have to subtract this two number, and whatever answer we will get will be the range for this particular observation. So range equals to 8 minus 3 and answer is going to be 5. Here if you want you can write it that lowest observation. This is a formula for range. So range equals to highest observation minus lowest observation. So biggest number minus smallest number. So when you will subtract this you will get a range. So range of this data is 5. Now the next one is mode. What is mode? Frequently occurring observations. From the given set of observation, which observation comes often or most of the time it is appearing in the data. So that number will become our mode. So let us check one example, that find out mode of given set of data or observation. So here number of observations are there. You have to check thoroughly and look carefully for the number which is appearing most of the time. It may happen that other number also appearing, but there will be difference in their frequency. So let us check that. 7, 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 7, 8, 9, 1, 4, 3, 7, 4, 3, 4 and 5. So 7 is coming how many times? 1, 2 and 3. So 7 is 3 times. 7 is 3 times. The next is 1. 1 is 2 times. Then 2, 1, 2, 2 times. 2 is 2 times. Then 3, 1, 2 and 3. 3 is 3 times. Then 2 we have already checked. 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 4 is 4 times. Then 7. So 7 we have already checked. Then 8. 8 is coming only once. 9 is coming only once. 1 we have already checked. 4 we have checked. 3, 7. 4 again we have checked. 3, 4 we have checked. And 5 is coming only one time. So which number is most of the time? 3 times these two numbers are coming. But 4 is the number which appears most of the time. So 4 will be going to the mode for this set of observations. That 4 is appearing here most frequently. So 4 is the mode for this observation. Mode equals to 4 because it is appearing most frequently. So like that you have to find out the mode. Now comes median. What is the meaning of median? That observation which lie in the middle of the whole range of data. So that middle observation will become median of that set of observation. So let us understand this example and understand that how to find out median. So find out median for the following data: 24, 36, 46, 17, 18, 25 and 35. Here to check which number will come in the middle or which observation will come in the middle, for that we have to arrange all the data in ascending order. So let us first arrange this data in ascending order. What is the meaning of ascending order? Ascending order means first we are writing the lowest number, then going towards the biggest number. So here, which one is the lowest number? 17. After 17, 18 will come. Then 25 is there and 24 is there. So 24 will come, then 25 will come. After that, if there are more data, then you can just make a line below it, so it will count as you have taken that data in your ascending order. The next is 36, 46 and 35. So 35 will come first, then 36 and the last is 46. Now this is our ascending order. Now we have to check that which number comes in the middle. So from both the side we will take one number. This number and this number we have taken it out. This number and this number we have taken it out. This number and this number we have taken it out. So whatever left alone is 25. 25 will lie in middle of this range of the data, or will lie in middle of this set of observation. So 25 will become median for us. So here median equals to 25. Here whenever they will ask you to find out median, the data will be always in odd numbers. The number of datas will be always in odd. So you can locate one number in the middle. When you are taking it out, one number from each side, you will have one number in the middle. So it will be easy for you to find out median. So let us summarize our all the values. We have seen arithmetic mean. What is arithmetic mean? Total of all the observations. So we have to add all the observation, addition of all the observation divided by total number of observation. That means if there are 5 observations, then we will write number here 5. And as a numerator we will add all the observations, and that total or that addition, the answer of that addition we will write as a numerator. And once we will solve this, whatever we will get will be the arithmetic mean for those observation. Range, highest observation minus lowest observation. So difference between the highest data or the biggest number of the data and the lowest data or the lowest number of the data. That difference will give us range, that from here till here how long the observation has gone. Then mode, frequently occurring observation. If in the data one observation is there which is frequently occurring, so we have to look for the observation which has occurred maximum number of time. So that observation will become mode. We do not need to do anything to that observation, but that observation or that data will become the mode of all those observation or data given to you. So these are the 3 formulas for our statistics or our chapter data handling. In coming videos we are going to solve some of the numericals based on these formulas, and we are going to study probability and chance. So don't forget to subscribe, learn yourself. I'll see you in next video. Till then, keep learning, keep sharing.